Recording. Cool. Okay, so let's do the surgery. What do you say, Marinho?
Sure, we can do that. We are not using this anywhere else, right?
No.
We aren't. Okay. Let's move this then to here. And actually, we received the error message. Okay. So actually,
Okay, let me.
yeah, let's do it like this. This is going to take some. It's going to take some args, and this is going to take args, and then we say,
Oh, awesome, awesome, Lemus. I tried to
What?
run the ROM, and the emulator doesn't show the symbols, so it's screwed up. I can't play the game.
Oh.
Fantastic. So
Don't
I
you have the
need to do
console in
what?
real life there?
Yes, I do. That's what I will do. I'll turn on my Nintendo 64. Give me a sec.
Okay, I actually found the pattern matching on maps, I guess. Uh, I was expecting a little different for some reason, but okay.
um, if we do have the collections here, right? If call, I wonder if the alias actually works in a macro
That's gonna be
when it
kind of
gets
interesting,
extended.
actually.
I mean, it should, right? Because we're using the alias down here as well.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess. I guess you're right.
Get in, and then what's the order of those things? Okay, the collection comes first. Get in args. We're getting the
I don't
current
have an outlet
player.
here, man.
I'm gonna have what?
I don't have a power outlet. I'll look at the thing online. Matter. Uh,
But actually, yeah, but actually, this needs to be the state current player. If this is equal to this,
No, no, no. That's why I was searching for the destructuring, because then we can pattern match on. Well, I don't know if we can do that. Can we pattern match inside a def syntax in there?
we probably can, but the problem is that that can cause symbol captures, which I would rather avoid.
What do you mean by symbol captures?
Because this is not actually a hygienic macro, which means we can probably... it's going to capture a bunch of stuff if we're not careful. Is that an
Okay.
issue though?
I don't know.
That actually an issue? Because it may not be, actually. Well, if this works, then we do this.
No, there's no line 19 anymore. That's kind of the point.
and how do I disable this stupid Discord overlay that no one asked for?
What do you mean? The window that
Game
keeps
overlay.
floating?
Yeah, man. Like you do anything and then it shows this overlay. Like I don't want this.
You didn't else branch in there, Marie.
Okay. Here.
Yes. Otherwise, game... Actually, we can just do this, I think.
No, but you don't have the PID in the. Wait. Do you?
The
Where is the PID
PID...
coming from? In the macro? That's. Can you go back?
mm,
Yeah, you just copy pasted can play, and in line 12. Oh, because PID is being assumed to be provided for to. Okay, okay, I see the problem. I see the problem. So let's change this. Let's add. No, yeah, so that's what I mean. The PID is kind of being assumed to exist in the scope of the macro being called. So I have a
Because of
proposal
the
here.
loop, actually,
Yeah,
right?
but I have a proposal. Let's go back to the def action. Let's change this. So line 20, um, I want everything to be inside a map. I want the args to I want the arg to be a map now, essentially. I don't want to have state and player and PID like separately. Let's do like enclosure. You know what I mean?
Let's do like enclosure. Okay.
So like just grab the PID from the args. No, from the arg, I guess. Just remove the S in there.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we should probably do something like this, right? Let args. Actually, I need another layer of parentheses here. Arg, and this goes here
Why do we have the arg in there?
because I expect this to be map destructuring.
A map destructuring. I don't know. I still don't get the reason of the let on line 17 is still weird to me. Why can't we just use arg? Like, I know. Now I see. You don't want to be doing map gets all over the place. I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
because then
that's interesting. Um, okay, okay,
mm,
that works. So now we need now things will break. Let's see if this runs. Can you run the REPL?
one moment, one moment. Everything takes the PID, right? Yeah.
No, yeah, that's this is not gonna work. But I want to see if the like at runtime this will break. But I want to see if how would you call it? I want to see if the REPL is okay with this def syntax, this updated version.
Just give me 1 second. We are getting the current player here. We're getting the player making the action.
Yes. And then if they are both the same, that means that we can proceed. Otherwise, we need to send the error message in the error macro.
Yeah, this should work, but
Now let's just see
Liber
if
3 LFE, right?
REPL.
No, I need to say REPL. Oh, I think I forgot. Nix develop.
Oh, okay. You need to
Actually,
also to
no,
CD
I
to the
should.
server.
Actually, no, I should have that. The problem is actually, yeah, that was the problem.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. It's actually going to. Yeah, we're in the middle of an edit here. This like means something different from what we expect here. That's the problem.
Oh, so we need to fix this. No, wait, but that doesn't make sense to me anyway. Um, yeah, so here's the link. I'm gonna send you a link of a person using maps in LFA. It has examples of pattern matching. I just don't know if like
We're forgetting about the dice as well, but that's for later,
yeah, that's easy
and
to
the
do.
Dora as well.
I don't know if that's how you do it, Marinho, but you can try. That's ugly as fuck. I'm very sad about it. Oh, it did something.
No, this is just a normal LFE repo without using Rebirth. This doesn't quite work because we're not gonna have any of the dependencies, right?
No, but
Actually,
why
you know what we can
Rebirth?
do? You know what you can do actually that can solve this problem. I'm going to grab this and put it here and undo this for the time being. I'm going to call this def action 2 and I'm going to undo the change I made to the discard
Man, I
parameter.
really hate the pattern match on line 31. Is this the only way to go about it? Because I'm gonna. That's like atrocious.
Okay, here. let me show you guys. And I think it's wise not to string this because of the I don't know the Reddit the Twitch rules for this.
No, we're just recording offline. We're not in Twitch.
Yeah, okay, so here. Well, if anyone asks, I own the
Yeah,
game,
yeah, he owns
so
the game.
whatever. I literally have the cart here, so the cartridge. So anyway, so she is discarding these, you see,
Yes.
and I can use that to make a pawn. So let me turn on the sound actually. Don't know if you guys can hear.
I can
So
hear.
okay, so I can do that, and I why? Because I have a sequence, right? So you see, chi. That's a chi actually 3. And it goes to there. And then I need to discard another piece. So let's see.
Wait a
I'll
moment.
discard these.
She discarded and it was her turn.
Yes. It was her
Ah.
turn. And then but no, wait. I discarded be, because she's discarding one. You see? So now again, I'll do it again with those two. Chi again. Now it's my turn.
Yeah, but I'm getting the impression that you can only do the chi if the one like if you are the next turn.
There.
Yes.
Now it's her.
Ah, okay.
This is a pawn, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, pawn. You see?
I see.
And then I skip her turn. You see? So it
Yes.
moved from her to me, and then I need to discard
Oh, wait
another.
a moment. Opening the hand jumps the order.
Yes.
Interesting.
So continue. Let's see if I win this. Probably not. Nope.
That's actually kind of interesting. I didn't know you could jump the order.
I'm just getting bad pieces. I think I'm gonna lose. Wind. Nope. Nope. Man.
Okay, but
Okay.
I think we can go back to the code. I see what you mean.
Yeah,
So
but you see how the game flows, right? Essentially, that's
yeah.
the yeah.
So Marinho, let's
It's,
go back to the
I
code.
see. It's basically Uno. The goal is to empty out your hand.
Yes, like here, for example, this is the strategy. So there's these, right? Nobody discarded these yet. So that means that they might use that for a pair. But if I discard this, draw. You see?
I see.
No one can
Ah.
beat the game because it ended. So
Okay, we should. Okay, I see what you meant by the opening the hand.
my
Okay.
Mahjong class.
Okay, so let's actually. Okay, this worked. So let's use the defection 2 now, Marinho.
Uh, do you know off the top of your head how do I call macro expand? Like, does this work?
Macro expansion.
Yeah, doing
Maybe Max,
explicit.
it's like a stupid name, like macro expand L1, something like.
Yeah, but I want to know
Macro.
in LFE because I want to see what's the output of
Okay, so
def
there is
action
macro
2.
expand 1 and macro expand without a number and macro expand all.
Huh.
And you need to provide an environment for the macro expansion apparently.
Huh. How do you get an environment?
It's a very good question. I have absolutely no idea how you get an environment.
I need to export this macro, don't I, to call it from the repo?
And maybe I have no idea. No, why don't we just put plug the defection 2 in and then change the things? I can see how
Yeah,
it
we need to
breaks.
do export macro def action 2. Yeah, that's what I gotta do.
How do you reboot restart the repo? I forgot.
Uh, I think it was this.
Yeah, I think that was it.
No, it's actually init reload, I think.
No.
Nope.
Oh, I think it was reboot. I think it was reboot.
No, but reboot is actually closing the
Restart.
thing.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, but
So,
which environment are we gonna call this?
how do we even get an environment is the question.
Environment. Oh, wait.
Mm,
That Note that when no explicit environment is given to macro expand functions, then only the default built-in macros will be expanded. Inside macros and in the shell, the variable senv is bound to the current macro environment.
like this?
No, senv like environment. No, not s. $env, and it's capital everything.
That doesn't sound like something, well, like this.
Yeah, like that. But it doesn't sound like something that would be available. Not senv though. It's just env. I got confused by the dollar. Oh, we did something. Error.
Actually, what is this even? Okay, that's actually a thing. I see.
And checking the combinations for to do a Ponchi and Kun, I think they'll be very hard.
Oh, that's good. We are here for that. Okay, Marinho, do you want to check the macro expansion? Can't we just use that faction in the discard and see how that goes?
I mean, the problem is that the error messages will be terrible.
No,
That's
but
what I
it's
don't want to.
macros. We already know the answer to that. I was not expecting anything above terrible, to be completely honest. Like we know what we are getting
Actually,
ourselves into.
how do I change the module that we're in? That would be helpful, actually.
Can't
Help
you? What do you mean by the
PHM.
module? Adding the module is that module column.
No, no, we're in the LFE module. I want to go to the actions module because
Ah,
hopefully the environment there will have this.
set module LFA REPL. So let's see.
Mm,
Module. Can't you just do actions column def action 2? Or is that what
no,
you did already?
because if I do that, actions column def action 2. Well, that's what I did, but also exception error. Actually, do I have all the parameters that I need? That's the.
No, you don't,
Let's
right?
say this. Yeah, I needed the error message actually,
No, you also need yeah, that's
and
also
I also need
correct.
this. Oh no, that actually works. I was missing the error message. Okay. Define function test. Actually, let's just do macro expand one.
How do you know the difference between those things?
Um,
There's also macro expand all.
always probably, yeah, that's the same thing. Oh no, it isn't actually. It expands more. Okay, it expands to a defined function called test. Actually, for the sake of clarity, what happens if I do the fun? Okay, actually that makes sense. So we're defining a function with no arguments apparent. Wait, no.
Yeah, I think
What's the
so.
first listing doing though? It takes an argument, it does a destructuring of the argument, assuming it's a map, and it does stuff. What happens if I copy um, yeah, let's copy this. Let's call it def action 2 discard. Actually, the name doesn't matter. And we're gonna say this is a map with a state and
We can't get around that, right? We need to do this ugliness in here.
I mean, we can do a slightly different syntax, but it's going to involve unquoting, which I
Like
think is not
I was
great
kind of
either.
thinking, can't we do this in the macro? Like we grab the list of things that the user is asking for and we do the destructuring for him.
We could, maybe.
Because man, that's just terrible there.
What you guys are doing now? I
Yeah, so what we're doing is I propose to Marinho because we have some the logic that does the validation of the current player being able to do an
Mhm.
action that was being split in two places. So I suggested, okay, let's unify that in the def syntax instead. And then we did that. So it's line 21 in there. However, um, we also decided that the arguments for a particular action is going to be inside a map. It's not going to be individual arguments anymore. And that means that we need to do the destructuring and things like that. So that's what we were discussing right now. Because if you see a line 41 in there, look at that mother flipper in there. Like you need to do that thing. And I'm trying to convince Marinho that we can do this map destructuring inside the macro instead.
Okay.
I mean,
Uh, okay. I'll keep paying attention because I have an idea how to implement the all directions, right? But
Yeah, keep taking notes, Magita, about the opening the hand. We're gonna finish this pretty shortly. Go, Marinho.
you can probably do it. I don't know off the top of my head how to do it using def syntax, but I know how to do it with def macro. So let's do it like that. But
No,
that
but that's gonna
means,
break the pattern matching logic thingy. I don't think that's we should do that.
why is that a problem though? We're not actually using this for anything pattern matchy.
No, if it doesn't, it's not a problem to you. It's just because I prefer the def syntax. It's way cleaner than the whole backticks and commas and shit.
uh, Oh, right, I remember. We actually did it like this because we were trying to figure out how to get the rest argument from here, right?
Yeah, no, that was part of the problem. But here's the thing: if it's gonna take a while, we don't need to do this now. We can, if like, to make it the def action should work. We can keep the ugliness of line 41. I'm fine. I was just
Uh,
proposing that if that would be like easy to do.
Actually, I wonder if I can do it like this. And this becomes this, and then args can actually become something
Yeah, so
here.
args would be the list of arguments that you want to extract from the map, essentially. So you need to do like a fold, concatenating the tokens of map, and then single quote, the name of the argument, and then the argument, and you keep doing that in the fold, essentially.
Yeah, let's do it. We need to okay, we need to make a cons of the symbol map with something. What's the something?
Right, the something is the value of the arg in the fold. We're gonna have to do a fold here. There's no really way around it. Wait, there's no fold in LFA. We need to use closure. No, common Lisp's
Oh, there's
reduce.
lists. There's lists fold, right? So you can use
Oh, but that's
that.
from Erlang. But that's not built in
Yes.
apparently.
Why would it need to be?
Why do you
Oh,
want free lunch,
because
Dennis?
the map get is a built-in. It's not coming
Because
from
that's
Erlang.
Because
because
that's a
that's
data
a
structure.
primitive. That's a primitive Lemos.
Exactly. Like,
Fold
No,
why?
is not a primitive.
that's
Why
like a
not?
primitive data structure. Like I see the difference on that.
Lists, fold, LFA. Well, in the worst case scenario, you can just use the examples in here. We can use lists column in this case.
I'm gonna have to do something kinda sad actually.
Go for it.
Because here's the thing. Actually, yeah, this needs to be. You're not gonna like this, Lemos.
I'm fine. thanks for thanks for the warning though.
Beautiful.
We need to, for
Lists
each
column fold.
argument,
Well, we can also do it
list
like that. We can also
map
do it like that.
lambda. uh, we're gonna double
Yeah,
each
but one of
argument
those things need to be
except
quoted, like single quoted, I guess.
yes, indeed. There we go.
Terrible. okay. Okay. Does this work? Like you have.
Should be all your future generations.
Yeah, but does this work, Marin? Like you change to a def macro and the syntax is still a little weird on line 22. Does that work?
Not yet, but actually this needs to go back to being SCM def syntax actually. Um,
That's it.
but no, but that actually there's one thing. There is one thing. This doesn't quite work because this is going to splice a list of pairs essentially, but it needs to be a. It needs to be
Ah, the parentheses of fuck. That's over.
lists. What's the name of the thing again?
What are you looking for? Oh, you're gonna use the list comprehensions.
Merge. That's what I want.
I see. Yeah, this is gonna become a very magical macro. Like people will ask questions like, "How is this? Like, what the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Let's see if
Init
this works.
restart. Oh, okay.
Current
Symbol
player is
current player is
unbound.
unbound. Current play. Oh, no, wait. Of course. Oh no, 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 not of course, because that's a list of symbols. Current player. So why is it complaining about being unbound if it's a list of symbols? Oh, list of symbols means that we need to put a single quote, right? On line 25.
But this is already quoted.
So why is it complaining about current player being unbound? Wait, it's complaining about current player being unbound on line 41. Yeah,
Oh, it's because this is this needs to be
remove.
commented.
But remove the map thingies. Oh, I didn't want you to do that, but okay. Okay, this doesn't mean anything because it's a dynamic language. Let's just remove the map thingies on line 41.
Line 41.
Yeah, yeah. Let's keep it as
All
it was
right.
before because we just fix it, right? Like remove
Yeah,
that.
we don't need this anymore. Um,
Yeah, theoretically, these arguments can be in any order now.
yeah, they can actually.
Magic, magic.
Hmm. Okay, it's a list with a define. Ah, that's kind of sad, actually. This doesn't work, which means we have to gamble that. Can you check if there's something like comment in the in LFE Lemos for me, please?
Yes. Oh, there is
Yeah.
not, but there is block comments.
Okay, how do I
So
do that? Is it
hashtag
like this?
pipe, yes, and then yeah.
Okay, it's literally the same syntax as racket. Okay. There's no way to comment a form, right? Unfortunately.
Mm,
Actually, I think the syntax is in Common Lisp as well, if I'm not mistaken.
no, that's all that they have mentioning about comments in here.
Let's see. Yeah, that's not right at all.
Tururu, tururu.
Actually, let's figure this out. If we do def macro something a1 a2 rest and we just return an empty list, can I then do macro expand um, actually that's not quite what I want. I need to put the rest here. Actually, let's put the rest here. Hmm.
Apparently you can't do that.
It's probably because something is already defined. Let's restart. Def macro
Mm-hmm.
a. We're going to ignore this and get the rest and return the rest. Yeah, that doesn't work. That does not work. How can we make this work is the question. Does this work? Symbol D is unbound.
Yeah, no, I think we already tried this before. It doesn't have optional like variadic thingies.
Yeah, it just takes the last one.
Yeah.
Wait, but it takes the last one. Lemos, do you know what that means?
Mm, no.
Let's call macro expand again. E. Yeah, no, that breaks. It's because of the number of arguments. They lined up. Okay. Okay.
No, but this is not really our problem, right? Because our problem is that the args is always going to be a map, right? In the def syntax, args is always a
Yeah.
map. We just want the ability to do macro stuff inside the def syntax, essentially.
You know what you can do actually to figure that out?
Sure. Yeah, you can. Yeah, of course.
Okay, that breaks. If we just do this, define macro match lambda. It's doing a match lambda.
Mhm.
It's doing a freaking match lambda. And this is getting spliced into a list. Oh, that's the problem. Yeah, because this is getting spliced into a list. Pattern matching.
Wait, I didn't get it. Could you elaborate on the problem?
We actually need to do something kind of like this, actually. Because we want to be able to expand this to like a cons here.
Uh, yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Can we do this? No. Yeah, because we actually want something that expands to something kind of like this, right? Define macro a match lambda cons underscore rest.
Yeah, that's what I see. I see that as the main point.
Because then we can do A, B, C, D, E, F, and it's going to just bad form. Why that though?
Match lambda. So the match lambda works.
Do we need to do this? Nope.
Does that work passing the environment like that inside a macro? Does that just works?
That's a binding limos. That's not a parameter.
No, yeah, I understand that, but you were inside a defined macro, so I was expecting that the env should not be working like that. So close yet so far. Well, okay. Any other ideas before we drop this? Because I don't want us to hang on this. We have to implement pons, I guess. Pons in cheese.
Okay, I have another proposal, which I think is easier for us to get started at least.
Def macro. Hmm. This is back quote. Wait. And this is how you do it, apparently. Okay, actually. So actually, theoretically, we can just do this.
That's not the correct one though.
Not this one, this one. Yeah. And then this needs to be, I wonder if this works. Probably not. And this can then be back quoted. But that means we need to unquote things explicitly, I think. So, okay, this entire thing is unquoted. So that's actually fine.
Mm-hmm.
Arg can stay quoted actually. Get in arg. This needs to be. No, actually, this is fine. This needs to be this. Actually, this can be an unquote splicing. And
I don't
yeah,
think
this
the
should
pattern
work.
matching with brackets will work in there. In line 22.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, we need to do the least pattern matching, which you did this before, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, but the dot in there, I think, is the problem.
uh, I think actually this needs to be something like this, maybe.
Man, what the heck are you doing with the brackets, though? That's pat.
No,
You're
that's a
going.
diff. LFE
Let me
repo.
check def macro examples. Or actually def syntax.
Yeah, this is pretty ugly, but it works.
Wait, so the brackets work? Why?
Because I quoted the brackets and unquoted everything else inside of it.
No, but I thought you cannot do the brackets in the def macro. Well, I assuming it behaves like a def fun for whatever reason, so it can pattern match on lists using brackets. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, apparently.
Well, that actually
Um,
doesn't mean shit. Let's macro expand the thingy because again, dynamic language, right? So we can't know for a fact that this is doing what we would expect. Damn! Look at that lat though. That's what we're looking for, right?
yeah, that's correct, I think.
Yeah, the get in on the PID, I think you can remove that stuff because the PID is already inside the args. We can just use the destructuring. What do you think?
But if you do that, you are assuming that the PID will always be in the args up here.
That's already being assumed. Look at the game loop on the left.
Hmm. Okay.
Damn.
No, no, no. We're assuming that the PID will be there. That's fair. But if we get rid of this and just say PID, we're assuming that the PID will always be here, actually.
Ah, okay. In that case, I was wrong. Okay, but man, let me see if I can understand this, okay? Because I also want to try to learn a little bit of these dark magical Lisp powers that you guys have. So let's see
Okay.
if I understand this def macro. You're creating a macro that is doing a pattern matching on a list of thingies, and there are four things in there. There is a def action, an args, an error message, and a body. Okay. What we're returning because of the backtick is essentially like unevaluated code, I guess.
Yes.
And then you are defining a function called the action name, which is the name of the def action. That makes sense.
But this is actually wrong. This needs to be unquoted. And
Yeah, that also makes sense. And then we are doing a let. Well, in the middle of the way, we are also unquoting things because we are evaluating things a bit by bit. We're doing a let, which is doing the destructuring of the map because you want the arguments of the def action to be in any order, and you don't want to have that boilerplate of the name of the key and then the name of the value, such as like we do in Clojure, right?
yeah.
Then we do a let, do the destructuring, do the if to check if the current player is the one supposed to be playing, and if it's not the one, we send the error message that the def action is going to provide. If it is the one, we evaluate the body of the def action. Well, we put the
Yes.
evaluated body inside of the def fund that we are generating.
Yeah, we splice the body here because the body is actually going to be a list of forms because this is a REST argument.
That's crazy. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's run the server.
And before we do that,
Just
uh,
line 33. Just put the well, rename def comment def action on line 15. change the name of def action 2 to def action.
Okay.
Wait, there's another problem that will happen. You need to go to the game.lfe and you need to change the way that we are. Yeah, you need to change this. Line 56, all of these things, we need to put those in a map now, essentially.
We do. We actually do. Okay.
I mean, here the thing is gonna be ugly as fuck, but okay.
Should the state be... Actually, we should change the received message to be a map, probably. Actually, should we?
Yes, actually. I think this should come from the handler, the HTTP handler.
What if we just do this, actually? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and the parameters needs to be a map.
Yeah, but then you need to go to the handler.lfa and change in there.
Handler.
Yeah, so line 39.
Draw. Okay, so before we had the player in the PID, right?
Mm-hmm.
Handler. Um,
This is player. No, that's player. And the second in the self is the PID. Parentheses on that, and that's it. That should be enough for the new def action to work. Let's restart and see what happens. And I need to go to the port, probably, most probably.
um, that faction takes the same arguments, right?
Well, def action takes all the arguments then. Now, see?
No, I mean to actually call def action, we just take the same arguments. It's just they mean something different now.
No, yeah, the code is the same. The code is 100% the same. So now it's
Line
failing on
54.
line 54 of the game.lfa, not in here. 54.
Oh, it's because this is getting macro expanded, right?
What is the problem?
Hmm.
This clause cannot match because the previous clause at line 54 always matches.
Oh, it's because of this actually.
Yeah, remove that. Let's go for it. Go
Hmm.
worse, even worse. Okay, we changed that and somehow the... Oh, because open hand may be incomplete, right? Actually. Open hand.
Open hand.
Yeah, it doesn't have a... No, it does have a body. That's kind of... It's kind of weird, huh?
Actually, let's see what's actually broken. So def action is broken here.
Yeah, what is broken in there? It's saying that current player is unbound.
Current player is unbound. Why is it though?
Current player is unbound. Wait, go back to there. Go back to there a moment. Where is current player should be getting... Where should we be getting the current player from?
Oh, it's being bound here actually.
Ah, but
Do
that
we
doesn't...
actually...
Yeah, you need to provide that inside the new def action macro. That's essentially the problem.
Hmm. Can we get away with not doing that somehow? I
Of
don't
course
think
you
so,
can.
right?
You can put on 37 the binding yourself. Like before the current hand, essentially. the current player was being provided by the canPlay function because this is going to be a very useful binding to always have it on hand. But if you don't want that, you can just put in the let in here, and that works. See?
Okay. Before map get state current player.
Yep. Yeah, in parentheses on that. Yeah.
Current
Current player
player
map get
is
state current player. that that should do it. Line 66 now.
let's just do it up there. That's probably better actually.
Yeah, because this binding is always going to be used. Yeah, put that in the
This is
let.
now a
You can.
let.
Well, that also works.
Hmm. Actually, I can put it up here. Yeah, let's put it up there actually.
Yeah, but no, that's not going to be used in the else branch, so I rather keep it in here. But okay.
That's fair actually.
Yeah, but the parentheses of the let may be off because the body needs to be included in the let, otherwise it's not going to work. Oh wait, but the current player is being used in the comparison on line 30. Well, in that case, I agree with you that the let should be outside then.
Hmm. It actually doesn't matter if the scope of the current player includes the else branch because there's no way for that to be captured here.
It's not about capture, I mean. It's about being just like a useful binding to have. But anyway, we can change this later, not a problem. Like line 30 and line 2032 are repeated. That's okay. Let's run.
Hmm.
Let's restart.
Actually, do we want that?
Do you want what?
Hmm. Do we want to be able to have the current player here? Because like the current message can be something other than a string actually.
Well, I was not planning it for to be something different than a string, but yes. Well, we can put it outside. Later we can also send the player, because we're gonna have to send the error message to someone, right? It's for if we know the player, that would be better maybe. It's hard to tell. And then be careful with the parentheses. Yeah, probably
There we go.
later we're gonna have to say, okay, you are the one trying to play something outside of boundaries. We need to send you an error message, and then we're gonna have to do a correlation between the current player and its PID, right? Let's see if this works. Ooh,
Functions are undefined. What now?
undefined. But all of the actions are the ones undefined. Can you go up? Oh, they are
Oh
all
right,
ones
because they
now.
all yeah, they are all one. That's correct actually.
Damn. Port 4040. Let's freaking go. It's 4040. I keep misremembering.
It is.
That seems like a bad.
Error.
Okay, so PID, player, bad actions, draw. Line 66. So something in here is broken. Error in process. Not even telling us what exactly, which is interesting.
Mm,
I know. I know. Um, you see line 66 in there.
it's this.
We have what? Which keys should we expect in the map of draw, given that defection?
Those three.
But look at what we have on the left.
PID player, no state though.
I think we got confused. The state is everything, including the player. You see the problem in there?
No, the problem actually is we need to do a what is it? Map update, right?
That's uh yeah, but that's gonna be duplicating the data. You'll
Why?
see. You will see. Let's go. Let's run this. I think the error message is gonna show. And then go to the port 4040, of course. It's not doing. Yeah. Yeah, it already failed. Yep.
Bad key state.
Yeah, now I don't remember if map update is the way to go about it. Map update. So map update receives a map and a key and a value, which is exactly what you're doing in there. But this doesn't matter really, because we have duplicated data, Marinho.
Where?
Like, if you look at the previous error message, what did we have in the map? We have PID and we had player, right? This is
Yes.
the state, right?
No, that's the message that we got. It's the params.
Ah, because the state is the state of the game. These are the states of the connections, I guess. Uh,
Mm.
I see. I see what you're saying. Why is the map update failing then? Because according to the syntax, that's actually how you should do that. It's a state to state in there.
Bad key state.
Line 54, can you go there? Oh, line 54 is here. Line 54 is here. Do the following.
Okay.
Uh, Pick the map update, copy that, and before the receive, can we put things out before the receive? I don't remember. I
I
think we're
mean, we can
supposed to.
put a let here and
Do
put.
an IO format. Let's print the map update result.
Uh,
Don't forget the tilde something. But you also, I want the map update. I think this is gonna just work, but okay.
uh, well, I guess we can do something like this.
Yeah. Let's start and let's go. Did Magetta leave for dinner?
I went to the bathroom. I'm back
Oh,
now.
okay. Let's go, Marie. No,
State 0 is
function
undefined.
state is undefined.
Oh, actually, yeah, I know why. It's because this needs to be list state,
Ah,
actually.
yeah, Erlang syntax. That was funny.
Oh, it's not really Erlang, right? That's what the function accepts. Which is
Expression
Expression
annoying.
updates are
updates are
literal.
literal.
Map
Why is
update
that
is wait. Map update is mutating the thing. That doesn't make sense,
It
right?
shouldn't be, actually.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Are we crazy? That's now
Yes.
my. Thanks, Mageta.
There are no mutations in Erlang.
Yeah. So what does a map update does? Can you check? Do an LFA. Oh, you cannot go to the REPL. We should go to a REPL. Whatever. Chu. Put chu in there. Yeah, sure. I'm actually very confused. Expression updates a literal. What? Man, can you go to the LFA repo, like a repo, like vanilla? Uh, yeah, let's try this in here. What the fuck is going on? This is not how you do that? Really? So we are just stupid. Map
Hmm.
update. How the fuck are you supposed to do that? I'm trying to look for examples. There are no examples. How there are no examples? Oh, it's not map update. It's map set.
Hmm.
So map
Why?
update assumes that the key exists.
Wait. So. Hmm.
Okay,
That's.
that's weird.
What's the point of that if you're not accepting a function though?
Ah, maybe they thought it would be useful to do the checking for you automatically. Doesn't matter. Let's just swap the map updates with map sets, call it a day, and see how the party goes. Let's go. Restart and let's go.
Oh, that means we should probably rename our update team to set in because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
more in line.
yeah. To be, but we can do that in a separate commit. Let's test if the shit works. You need to restart. Well, we can also do that. Repo
All right.
and then 4040. Boom. Yes. Look at those tiles, Marinho. Look at all of those tiles.
Error cannot draw.
Yeah, because the game loop is already trying to draw it again without incrementing the. Actually, I don't remember why this is happening. But that's not important right now. Okay, let's clean the file now. Let's remove the commented things and let's do a commit and let's go do the things before
Actually,
Marinho Mageta
who is
leaves.
the current player though? Player one.
Yeah, three,
Why can
6.
player one not draw though?
No, no, no. There is a loop happening in here, friend. Like, if you try to, if you do two requests in a row, if you do two requests in a row, it will have this error, essentially. And it's very easy to do two requests in a row when you're doing Control R in the browser.
We mean, so technically,
If you do restart,
if I do a restart,
it will restart the state of the game.
and if I just carefully just do this,
Yeah,
okay, I
yeah.
see.
Because we are mocking player one doing all the actions, and after he draws, the next player macro does the incrementing automatically. So then the player one tries to draw again, and we say no, you cannot draw. Let's clean this shit up. Remove line 47 to 58, I think.
That's very mean, by the way.
What do you mean?
You just denying them to draw.
Oh yeah. 15 to 21 can also go away. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what the fuck Benet is gonna read of this code later, but okay. Line 6 can go.
Wait, are we not using can play? Oh, right, we're not actually.
Yeah, that was the purpose. Line 6, bye. Go to the game.lfa, check if we have anything. Yeah, 45 to 49, bye. Probably export macro on top of that, bye. Uh, let's restart and commit and call it this feature like this refactoring done. And let's do which one you want to start, Nugget?
I think it's better. I think it's better.
Commit time. Let's go, Mari.
So here I'm thinking. I think we better do the normal flow. So what? Okay, how does the base game work? You need a point, and you need to be in a condition to win, essentially. So let's make that first. I think that's the easiest thing we can do right now, and then we increment that with the rest. So I want you guys to do something like this. Check every turn on your uh when you draw a new piece, before you draw a new piece, actually check if you are in condition to beat the game. What is the condition to beat the game? You tell me, Lemus. Let's see if you remember.
No, I don't.
Do you remember, Marinho?
I was not here when you explained, but I'm guessing you beat the game when you can open your entire hand.
Basic. I mean that. Okay, that's a way to say it, but I'll be very precise. So you win the game. You are in a condition where you can beat when you have primarily. Let's look at a closed hand first. I think that's the easy scenario first. So let's ignore Kun, Chi, and Pom.
Okay.
So, how do you win? What's the condition to win? Three sets of three pieces each, either in a sequence or repeated. So, for example, I can have three of the same wind. I can have one, two, and three ping. I can have one, two, and three um, bamboo. I can have one, two, and three mun, which are the Chinese characters, right? So it's either so it's three pairs of those, and then one pair uh
Wait,
of
pairs?
sorry what? No,
Pairs? I
sorry,
mean, they
triplets.
triples. Yeah.
Yeah, there's three triples, and one pair of duplicated pieces. So like a red dragon and another red dragon. So it needs to be like or two pings. You see, it needs to be the same piece. Two
Wait.
wings,
So
whatever.
you need three triplets to win.
You need three triplets and one pair. The
That's
triplets can be a sequence or equal. The pair must be only equal.
oh, put that in there, Marinho. The
There's
plus
another way to
plus
win.
a pair equal to like repeated. The pair can only be repeated. It can be in
Yes.
sequence.
Oh wait, sorry.
Okay.
It's four pairs, right? It's 14 that you need. It's four pairs.
Wait,
Sorry, four
four?
triplets. Four
Oh,
triplets.
four
Sorry.
triplets.
Yeah, I
Okay.
said three. 14, right?
Yeah,
So
but the
it's going to
pair
be
only works if it's repeated. We need to put that in the English as well,
yeah,
Marinho.
the pair is only repeated.
Let me
There is
put this
a
in poker terms because that's actually clear. So, uh,
Straight
well, this
or triple, yes. And the pair needs to be double, I guess.
no, it's a pair. It's just called a pair, Lemos.
Eh, okay, that's true.
Well, actually, this is technically called three of a kind.
Yeah. Okay, what else, Margarita?
there's another option to win, which is only pairs.
So you have like seven pairs.
All of them, yes.
Seven
Seven
pairs.
pairs of only of the same pieces, right?
Wait,
Which is extremely valuable, as you might expect.
wait. Repeat the last part. You have need to have seven
Like
pairs of what?
two pings, two dragons, two blah blah. You see, it's not sequences in the pairs. It's only pairs uh equal of the same suit and the
No, no,
same.
no. Let's clarify the nomenclature. Pair means repeated pieces. Let's say sequence of a two to say two pieces in sequence.
Okay, okay. So it's seven pairs. Yes.
Okay, okay. Interesting. What else?
Um, I think to beat the game normally, that's the only way. I mean, there's another way, but that's opening your hand.
No,
Let's
no, no.
focus on this
That's
now.
not. Let's. Well, do you want to list them right now?
Okay, so opening your hand, how does that work?
Okay.
You need to get a point, right? So just one thing on the condition before, Marin, on the closed hand. So how do you win on this? You just need one piece to beat. So we must check on every turn if any of these conditions are met.
That's very straightforward. Okay.
Yes. So if you have only one left, then you can you can have a point, which is that what's the name? There's a stick that you throw in the board called the Richi, and then that gives you 1 point, one Yaku. So that will give you 1 point, and you need 1 point to be at least 1 point to beat the game. So that's it. That allows you. Now, there's another way to win, which is uh, you basically get. We don't need to go over that now. I think these are pretty good enough. But just to inform, and I'll research more how to do that. Um, which is you receive the piece you need without having to, and then on the act of discarding you can beat the game, something like that. That could happen, um, and then that will give you 1 point.
Okay. I
But
have a
anyway,
proposal. I have a proposal. Let's not discuss that and open hand today, and let's try to go as far as we can on
as
closed
I
hand win
think I
conditions.
think the easiest thing we can do right now is do the closed hand throwing the stick with these two conditions.
Wait,
That's already
okay,
hard
okay, so
enough.
can you elaborate? I got distracted. Could you elaborate on what the heck is throwing the stick?
You just need one piece to make these two conditions whole, basically.
But what is the advantage of you announcing that?
Well, you need to. It's
Oh,
not
you
an
need
option.
to.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, if you do a discard and your hand looks like this, you win, even if the hand is closed.
No, 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 I mean, wait. So if you discard and your hand looks like
Almost seven pairs,
only
so
on
almost
drawing,
four
right?
triplets.
You can only win in this case by drawing, right, Marin?
Oh, it's on draw, actually.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's
Yeah.
Uno. It's the Uno thing, Marin. Like, when you are one piece away from getting your game done, you announce that, like Uno.
Wait.
You can only win this case when you have only one piece to go, you discard, and you are waiting for the piece to come,
Yeah, it's
right?
exactly like Uno, Marin.
So you only win when you are drawing
Yes,
one of the
yes,
pieces.
yes. Okay, so Marinho, here's the thing. Throwing the stick is essentially yelling Uno. But instead of discarding being the winning condition, it's the drawing of a particular piece on your next turn.
Does it have to be on the next turn, though?
No, yes, because Magetta, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm about to discard, I discard, and then I say throw the stick. And then I need to wait to my next drawing phase in order to check if I won.
No, no, no. The question is, does it have
It's
to be strictly the next turn? Can it be like two
no,
turns
no. It
later or
can be
something?
now, right? If you draw a piece now and it's the piece magically you need, then you win.
No, but when do you throw
So
the stick? I guess that's the question.
beginning of your turn, you say Ricci, you throw the stick, and then you discard whatever you want,
Yes. So then
right?
your
And
next
then
draw.
if your next draw that is could be still this turn, if that turns out
Wait.
to be
So you discard first and draw. I'm confused. Let's say that you are the one, Magetta. You are about to discard a
yeah,
piece, and you have your game almost done. You are missing only one piece of the puzzle.
yeah.
You're about to discard. Do you throw the stick now, or you just discard?
You throw the stick in before you even do anything. That's the first thing you do. It's your turn. Your hand
Ah,
looks like that. Throw
okay,
the stick,
okay,
and then you discard one piece.
okay.
And then let's say that you make a mistake and you discard another piece that makes your hands not be complete. That doesn't matter. Your stick is already there.
What is the punishment? Or like, what is the purpose of throwing the stick? Just announcing that you're almost
It's to
there.
get a point. It's called Yaku. You need 1 point.
Wait, throwing the stick gets you points.
Yes, it
Oh,
gives you. It is the thing that gives you the point, essentially. And as I said, you need one at least 1 point to beat. There's other ways to gain
I have a
points.
question.
For
What
example,
happens if you make a game without previously announcing that you were throwing the stick?
well, it's invalid.
Oh, okay. So
You
if you
don't have
don't
point. You
announce
need a
it,
point, man. You need a point. No, wait. There are other ways to get the point, but you need to have a point. If you are in a condition to win the game where you do not have a point, it's invalid.
okay. So if you are one piece away of having the win condition, but previously you haven't.
Here, I'll read Wikipedia. I think that's better.
I don't know if
In,
that's better at all, but okay.
in Japanese mahjong, yaku is a condition that determines the value of the player's hand. It is essential to know the yaku for game strategy, since a player must have a minimum of one yaku in their hand in order to legally win a hand. Each yaku has a specific han value. Yaku conditions may be combined to produce hands of greater value. The game value, the game also features Dora, which is like the piece that you saw in the middle, it's the piece unturned that stays in the top, that allow the hand to add a hand value, but they do not count as a Yaku. Okay. Although a hand's points values increase exponentially with every hand. So, for example, if I have 1 point, it's normal. If I have 2 points, it doubles. If I have three, it's 2 to 3. I think it's exponential, right?
Wait,
So
but
you gotta see
you
how the
get points
calculation is.
by calling Richie.
Uh, I think I'm mistaking Richi with a Yaku. Richi is one way to get one Yaku. Here,
Richie is
I'll
one
literally
way.
read what Richi is, man. Richi means ready, is for closed hands only, and it gives you one hand. And it says when a player's hand needs only one tile to win, that is a tempai. Yes, so you basically told Richi, and that's a tempai. While the hand is closed, so the player has not called the opponent's discards to make melds, which is basically pon, chi, kan, right? That's opening your hand, by the
Man,
way.
ah, what a confusing fucking game. Anyway, uh, I don't know if I have. I don't know if I am.
Let me just finish this reading this sentence. So the player can opt to declare a Richi. Did you follow this so far?
Yes,
So you need one tile to win, basically with those
you
two
call a
conditions.
Richie.
You call declare Richi, which is
Yes.
basically a ready, right? It's the
Yeah,
Uno thing.
ready.
This yaku is often called reach because its Japanese name for phonetically similar to the English word. Okay, makes sense. Reachy. Uh, and there's other stuff like claiming a reach discard, reach deposits, whatever. We don't need to worry about that now. Let's just focus
Okay.
on the making this work.
Okay. So, regardless of the conditions of when you can call Richie, if you don't get a point or if you got a point, that doesn't matter for now. My proposal is we make a function. We make a function that receives a hand and returns. For the sake of pissing off Maria, I'm gonna say a boolean, essentially. Actually, not a boolean. It needs to be a number
Hey,
because
man,
I'm trying. Okay, go.
we need to do. Wait, you need to check, right? So you need the counter of hun, the points. So make like a thing called yaku, something like that. That will give you the uh, it's a yaku and a hun. So that will store you the amount of points you have to be able to beat the game because we're gonna need that to calculate the points that you win at the end of the round.
No, but that's not important. I'm just talking about the win condition. Like let me try to go back. Let's make a function, receives a hand, check the win conditions, and returns how many pieces you are from it. If it returns one, that means that you are in reach condition,
Oh,
right?
just one thing to add. I hope this doesn't make it more confusing. So there's also two other types. There's actually many, but that you can win
Every
with a
time Magenta says something, it's like there's actually many more
yeah,
things.
man, there's infinite amount of rules, yes. But there's a self peak thing, right? That I forgot. It's called sumo, and you can only win with a closed hand true. So there's others, but focus on the sumo because it's actually possible. So when a player has a closed hand and draws a winning tile from the wall or the dead wall, one hun is added regardless of the hand value. So you are basically on luck, right? So you basically went there and you picked a piece that magically makes your game complete. So let's suppose that the first round you already have all the pieces aligned, but you don't have one. Actually, that's a penalty. You should actually say that to be courteous. But suppose that you discard, and then next turn you pick a piece, and then you look at your hand, and it's all complete. You can call it sumo, and you already win a hunt in that case.
Okay, but let's not focus right. It is making first. It is making more confusing. And I think for now we already have enough work only with the win condition.
I think it's that hard. To be honest, doesn't look like it.
It's not about being hard. It's just a bunch of corner cases and a bunch of. We're
And
gonna
make
have
a
to make a.
function first. Make a function first. To
Yeah,
check your hand, like given a hand, checks if it's in the first condition. Don't even worry about the pairs, the 7 pairs.
yeah. I think we should make a function that returns how many pieces far away you are from it, because then you can reuse the same function for Vichy later.
Pieces you are far away from. How would that be useful?
Because if the number
Uh,
is 1, that means that you can call Richie.
But in which condition?
Does that matter?
It does, right?
So if you
Because
have
if you're
if you have 6.5 pairs, or you have four, four, and well,
because actually, how many pieces fit? Okay, I think I got what you said. So how many pieces fit the condition you want to say,
yeah,
right?
how far away you are from it.
Because there's a difference between, for example, you doing I have a triplet, a sequence, and I have like 1, 2, and 3, and then I discard the one. Let's suppose. Uh, Sorry, I don't have the one, right? So I need the one in that
Yes,
case. So I am
yes.
one piece from winning. So you could say yes, the function will give you that, but can we use that for the pairs as well?
No, I don't see why. I don't
Because
see why not. Like the function will only
because here
return you how many
here's
pieces
the
you
issue.
away you are
That's
from it.
probably a corner case because if you're checking only for pairs exclusively, it needs to be pairs in all of them. So
No, but you're gonna check both
uh,
conditions, Mageta.
and I think you didn't get it because in one case the function will return true and the other true. You see? Yeah, sorry, in the other false. But both are winning conditions.
Marinho, I don't get what Mageta said. Do you get it?
uh, Sorry, I was focusing on how to actually check if you have hands.
Let's do
If
the
you have.
first condition first. Let's do the 4 sets of 3 pieces, and then we go
Seven
from there.
pairs is actually easier to check though.
No, let's do it then. Let's make a function. Can Def Fun can win? You receive a hand. That's it. And then we do all the checks inside that function.
That should be in game, right?
Uh, I'm actually not sure where that should be, to be honest, because I'm starting to think we're gonna have a module only with these weird conditions that this game has. Am I wrong? Mageta, how many ways can you win? Is that worth a file?
How many ways can you win? Do you want me? Do you want me to send the? There's an entire Wikipedia page just for that, by the way.
Okay, I think we should make a win.lfa, Marinho, to be completely
Win
honest.
Uh,
elections.
Mageta, quick question. Uh, you can make a set of 3 pieces,
Yeah.
either 3 of a kind or a sequence, and
Yeah.
you can make pairs, right?
Yes. Correct.
Is there any other kind of combination of tiles that we care about, or or is it just those 3?
I don't think so. I think it's just those. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That might be. Let me see. Let me take a look
Man,
real quick.
Magenta is discovering
Yeah,
the game along the way.
because I know how to play, but like, man, there's like a lot of more rules, right? So, let
That's
me see.
hilarious.
Yeah, the hand with only pairs. That's very valuable. 7 pairs.
Let's make a win.lfa, Marinho. I think that's gonna be a very big file later.
Yaku based on sequences. 2, 3.
Maybe
Mhm.
the name of the file should be conditions.lfa because we're gonna make a condition. We're gonna check for conditions for con, for chi, for pawn, all of those things, right?
And the
That's
rest seems to be like the other hands that you can make. They seem to be only like here, for example, single identical sequences, mixed sequences, so 3 color straight. Uh, wow. Oof, man, there's some very nasty rules here. Like here, for example, look at this. There's one called Ikusutan. Ikitsutan. Kukan? No, wait. Ikitsukan. That one. Or Itsu.
Jesus.
So it's if the hand is open, you make 1 point. If the hand is closed, you make two. And it's another condition
Yeah,
to
let's
check. So
let's
a hand.
anyway. Manin, what do you think
So
about a
from,
separate file?
uh
what about
I
you guys
mean
do the following? I mean, yes, do a second file, but what I'm saying is like you receive a hand and then you guys do a like check what's the condition that fits with the hand. So we can make rules, like for example, this hand is in a
Wait,
seven
wait, wait,
pairs
wait, wait. Manin, Magenta did Magenta just propose a domain specific language?
probably, and
Wait.
we are using Lisp, right? So
Wait a moment.
again,
Okay,
we're
so
using Lisp, right? So why
Magenta
not?
wants us to make an interpreter of rule of combinations of a hand that checks upon a hand if the rules are met.
Man,
Um,
in
uh,
prologue, this must be fun thinking about it.
that sounds like we may need it. Maybe, but not right now.
what do you mean?
Like right now we're just going to check these, right?
Well, according to the Wikipedia, apparently there's many other cursed combinations to make it happen.
No. That's for future us,
No,
Lemos.
yeah. Not for now.
Okay.
Otherwise, we won't do anything then.
But the main thing is, I asked Mageta if we care about any other combination than just a sequence of three of a kind or pair. Because if we don't, then actually this is not that difficult.
No, it's not about being difficult. That's not the conversation. Well, let's we can make the separate file later, I guess. You don't want to make a separate file, Marinho, so we can go to game and we can make an implementation there.
Mm,
Oh, actually, that's not true because cycle independencies is something in LF. Actually, no. We can make it. You can make it in there. That's fine. The module system in here works.
Is it?
Yeah, it does because you can actually call functions from. As far as I remember, you can call functions like with the cycle in there. So let's make a function called canWin question mark that receives a hand, which is essentially a list of tiles, and then we check those two conditions and we see and we return something.
uh, we need to be able to check if we're one piece away from that, though.
Yeah, that's why I was proposing for the function to return how many pieces you are far away from it, from the winning conditions, both of them, because then we can use the same function for checking if you can call Ricci later.
Mm, okay, so basically,
Yeah, but this is premature optimization. Let's just implement the check
no,
first.
no, no, no. This is about design, Lemos. This is about design.
It's just a function. What that has
No,
to
no,
do
no.
with
This is the
design?
algorithm design, Lemos. Is design.
I don't follow, but okay, continue.
Yeah, I think this is actually pretty easy to check. We just need to put all the tiles in a map of counts, and then we need to check if
That's a lot harder than what I was thinking, but okay. I
why.
was thinking about I was thinking about having a fold on the hand and the
That
accumulator.
immediately fails, Lemos, because you will be forced to check every tile against every other tile every time if you do that. Like this particular data structure is not suited for what we are trying to do.
Uh, oh, I see. It's because if the accumulator only has two numbers, that means that you're gonna lose memory, so you're gonna have to recompute the Cartesian product every time. Well, it doesn't matter. The fold can have a different accumulator, but you just fold over it. It's fine.
Mm, I don't like that, to be honest.
That's linear. What else is better than that? Or you're gonna change this data structure to something else.
It's not linear because what if well, is it though?
Of course it is.
What if you have multiple ways of making hands, Lemos? Is the problem.
You do.
That doesn't matter. The fold, the accumulator will be a data structure that can handle all of those cases. It could be a map in that case, but you would be folding over the map to keep track of the all the available pairs that are still to be done, all of those things.
Hmm.
Like if we don't want it to be linear, we need to change the list.
It's not about. I'm worried about going exponential, Lemos, not about going linear. Linear would be fine.
So just fold over it.
Okay, how do you suggest to make the reducing function in this case?
No, oh, you mean the
The
okay,
accumulator is empty. We see a 5. What do we do
no,
with the
that's the
5?
question. What are we gonna do? No, we're not gonna see a five. We're gonna see a character and a five. We're gonna see a tile essentially, right? The tile has the suit, right? And it has the number
But
in there.
we don't care about the suit in this case.
We don't care about the suit in this case. Wait, so if you have a 4, 5, 6 in three different suits, that it doesn't matter?
Why would it? That's still a sequence.
No, it is a sequence, but well, for some reason I was thinking that it would mandate to have the same suit. Okay, so we only care about the numbers in this case. We need to keep track of like we get the 5. We put that in the pile. Like we need to remember this 5 in the potential. I don't know the data structure yet. Okay, I'm still thinking about what's gonna be the accumulator in this case. But we grab the 5 and we put in the available potential pairs and potential sets. And then we're gonna have to make a function that defines a set essentially, which is gonna be three of a kind or straight. And then when we go to the 8, we say, okay, this is not a 5, and this can't be a set with that 5. Let's put this another entry in our data structure. And as we're gonna keep going, and if we grab the numbers and we match all of these available piles that the accumulator has, and we keep doing that until the list is exhausted. What is the problem?
Hmm.
I just don't know what the heck is the data structure yet. Like, it must be some sort of a multi-map, multi-set, or something like that.
Hmm.
Probably there's another way of doing this if you sort it. Because if you sort the hand, that means that pairs are more easily discoverable,
But
right?
sequences will be harder.
Yes, yes.
Magetta, question. Three of a kind. Do the like you can't make a three of a kind with like three fives that are like different kinds, I guess,
No,
right?
it's the same kind in a sequence, or It's either
Wait, they
equal.
Oh,
wait, they always have to be the same kind in this case.
Yes. So
I
for
was right.
example,
Okay, that's
three.
surprising.
So for example, 1, 2, and 3 all bamboo. You can't make one bamboo, two pin, and three like bamboo.
Oh, okay. So the combo needs to be for the same suit. Interesting.
Yes. So the suit is the same for the sequence. For the duplicate, for the repeated pieces, it's three, but it's the same, right? It's the same repeated.
Okay.
Well, but in that case, Marinho, isn't it just a group by, like grouping by kind and then doing a sort?
Mm,
Like because if we only care about the ones that are the same suit and we group them and then we sort, we can discover straights and pairs like very easily now.
but then the pairs and the three of a kinds will actually interfere with the straights.
No, yes, we're gonna have to make some sort of a window algorithm that like goes walking like on three slots, and then it keeps checking. Okay, this is a straight. This is a pair. Like
Okay,
something
what
like that.
happens? What happens to the size of the window if your entire hand is the same suit?
No, but I was suggesting to apply the window on each group. You know, on each group. So for example, look at the hand on the left. We have character, we have circle, we have wind. All of those things that are mixed, we're gonna separate them by kind. So we're gonna have a group of bamboo, a group of character, a group of dragon, and so on. Then on each group we sort it, and then on each group we do the window algorithm.
Hmm.
Because the problem with this strategy in my mind before was they can be from multiple kinds, they can be from multiple suits. So grouping them doesn't do anything. But Magetta said that it must be from the same group.
Yes.
What'd you say, Marie?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think the easiest thing to do is to just throw everything into a multiset and just check like that.
Okay, do we have multi-sets in Erlang?
No, but we can fake that by using a map of integers
No,
with
but
integer values, not keys, mind you.
multi-set Erlang.
Hmm.
The answer is okay. There was a guy that made a library. that's kind of that's kind of funny. But
Sad.
let's fake it. I think it's easier to not have third-party dependencies.
Okay, so
Can win question mark or something like that.
can we?
Yeah, can win question mark and then you receive a hand.
Actually, before we do that, we probably should go in tiles. Actually, tiles. Should it though?
Nah, this should be in a separate condition winning conditions.lfa file because I want to group this later with the whole can and pawn and whatever.
The fun. Hand. Um,
Can win. Oh, you're gonna make the auxiliary functions first. Okay. Okay, but let's actually ask a question. Look at the data structure that we chose for a hand. It's a list of tiles. Should we change that?
yes, we should.
Let's do that now then, instead of doing this. So what should be the data structure of a hand in the state?
No, no, we should for scoring purposes, but not for display. That's the problem.
No, but for display it doesn't matter because for display we can serialize it differently later when sending from to the front end. I'm talking about the
But
internal representation of inside the state of the game.
the user, hmm, the user may want to reorder their hands though.
Can they do that? Maget?
Why not?
They can. But that's a UI thing, no?
No, but Marinho's argument is that I proposed let's change the data structure of the hand inside the game state. And then Marinho said, what if they want to change the order of the tiles? That's true, because I was assuming when serializing to the front end, we would just reconstruct the list for visualization purposes. But that means they can't change the order, right?
Yeah, no, actually, we should probably change the thing here in the state as well, actually, because now that I think of it, this will actually make the interface like to the front end nicer as well. Because right now, when you want to discard a tile, you have to choose the position, right? If we just use a multiset to begin with, we can just say, okay, I'm discarding a character 5 or whatever. And then you don't have to worry about like where it is in your hand. That's purely a UI concern.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna hold state in the front end about that.
I think so, yes.
Okay. Let's go to collections.lfa and implement multisets then.
And implement multisets. What? Wait, why?
Oh, because we're probably gonna have useful functions that we're gonna create for multisets, right? Or we're gonna just use the same ones that we already exist in here.
I mean, I suppose mset add takes an mset, takes value, I guess, and uh,
Yeah, but although this game is kind of like, I don't know Mahjong, I don't know how cool it is as Mageta knows. This game is forcing us to explore different, like we have to implement now multisets. That's cool.
this is the second time we're doing that, by the way.
We did that when last time?
uh, Karuta
No,
uses
that was
multiset.
not that. Nah, 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 nah. That was not implementing multisets. That was using multisets. That's different.
But we were implementing them in terms of maps, like we're right now.
But in Karuta we just use batteries, no?
Batteries doesn't have multisets.
Where do you use multisets in Karuta?
To um, multisets. Actually, I don't remember.
I think you're crazy, but okay.
I think we were at some point, but I'm not sure if we still are, to be honest.
No.
I'm kind of curious, actually. Let's have a look at that right now, though.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to do is we get the counting that we have in the map set of this thing.
What happens if I do a map get of an empty map using whatever key? It fails.
Yeah.
Um, it fails.
Oh, okay. That sucks. Let's actually see if there's a better built-in for that. Let me search for you.
Uh, how do I do this? I just try catch.
Okay, that's kind of trash that we have to do that. They don't have an optional version. Map get. Oops.
No clause matching. Right, because actually I need to do this, I think. If I do open paren here and here, yeah, that
Yep.
works.
Yep. 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 And then we do our map uh, set, maybe. Yeah, I think map set
Um,
is safer, right? Because yeah, map set does both functionalities. So let's just use map set all the time. Yep. What else?
Hmm. Well, in this case, actually,
If the count is 0, we should return the M set. Or do we want to fail?
we should fail. Well, actually, no, we should. Yeah, no, we should.
Maybe we should return the M set as it is.
Yeah, no, we should actually. I mean, I don't know. Do you want the M sets to be signed? Probably not, right?
Signed? Do you mean like... I never heard that before. What does that mean, like failing or not?
No, no, signed means the value can be an integer instead of just a natural.
No, I think it should. I think it shouldn't be yeah, signed actually.
Uh, Actually, if the count is less than 1, we actually do map as remove, right?
What do you want to do? Oh, you want to remove the key altogether.
Oh, yes, we don't want to have zeros there.
That makes sense.
Because if we did, we would have to have an infinite number of zeros, and that cannot be completed ever.
I see. Okay, what else do we need aside from mset and mset add and mset remove? Man, I'm also. Can we have modules inside modules? This should be a separate module, the mset thing.
No,
Modules.
modules are flat.
Are you sure about that? Let me actually check this out here.
Okay, map remove is a thing. Okay.
Yeah, map remove is a thing. I know that. I could answer that before.
Actually, if the count is 1, we should also remove the key. Eh.
You can't have modules inside other modules. Um, modules.
Do we actually want to do this?
What is the semantics of minus?
Well, it's literally just subtraction of multisets.
Oh,
That's probably overkill though, because I don't think we will ever. Is it? Is it overkill though?
if it's a little bit more complicated to implement, let's just implement when we have the need for it.
Hmm. Actually, this can be just a fold, I think. List fold. Um, Actually, there's probably a function that iterates over the keys of a map, I think.
I can search for that. Wait a moment.
Oops.
You can either use the maps from Erlang as well.
Uh, hmm.
The docs are trash, not working. No.
Filter for each, for each.
Yeah, so maybe we want the. You said for each.
Oh, intersect with.
I don't have this
Uh,
function here.
do we have a doc for this? Nope.
Yeah, but I couldn't find this in my documentation. Intersect Erlang functions. Oh, there it is. Okay, so computes the intersection of maps, producing a simple map where values having the same keys are combined using the combiner function. Is that what we're looking for?
Um,
There are examples in here. I'm gonna send a link in the chat. There we go.
yeah, this is actually exactly what we want. Hmm.
So there it is.
Except we don't want to include zeros, which is kind of annoying. I suppose. How can I fix that? I suppose we could. Wait, what's the difference between intersect? Oh, this is intersect. It's merge with actually. Okay. Okay. Oops. Merge with. Actually, this is minus. But this is not quite correct because we also need to. This is gonna be terrible.
Do you want to? Can't you just filter the sets that have zeros and remove the zeros before merging?
The problem is that a zero may be constructed here.
Well, you know what is the jank answer to that problem?
Hmm. Hmm.
Actually, it's easier to just do the filter afterwards. Like you merge it first, then you filter the negatives and the zeros out. Isn't that enough?
It is. It kinda is.
Well, either
Remove.
that or you do a fold where you do the check throughout the folding. The folds, I think it's more performant.
Filter. Okay, there's actually a filter for maps.
Yep. Yeah, it is as you would expect. You just do maps filter, you pass the
Mm,
filtering function. That's it. I think we should put these in a threading macro of sorts.
well, I guess. Um,
I'm so sad right now. We can't have modules inside modules. You can't have modules inside
maps
modules.
filter takes a key and a value. Takes a key and a value. I
Ignore the key.
guess. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Um,
Greater than 0. Well, reverse the.
yeah,
Yep.
this is not ideal, but it works.
Yeah, this isn't less performant than the fold, but that's fine. We can
Hello,
take about
Nathan.
performance later. Hello, Nathan.
We have a remove, we have a minus.
We have an add. Do we need intersection?
Why?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Um, what other operations or multi-sets you're gonna need for this?
Add, remove, minus. I think that's it actually.
So let's do it. Let's go now to the function that we were creating before. Let's receive a hand. Actually, no, we need to go to the tile.lfa, right? And we need to change how the hands are being generated beforehand.
Right, tiles. Tiles.
So generating a hand is not the same as before. So line 26, 28, and 30, they need to change to something else.
Hmm.
Are we gonna have like a dragon multi-set, and then a wind, and then a numbered?
We don't need that actually.
Okay.
Um, plus, merge with plus, and we don't need the filter. We don't need the threading macro either.
What about zeros though? Are we gonna assume there's two sets coming and they don't have zeros?
I mean, I think that's fair, probably.
Okay.
uh, we have this,
Well,
right?
there are a couple of ways of going about this. So if we want to use the convenience of the list comprehensions, it would probably be good to have a function that converts a list to a multiset, I guess.
That's just a
Or
fold lemmus.
exactly, or we drop the convenience and just do folds manually.
But it's not actually inconvenient to do a fold because um, we can just do something like this, right? List, fold. Actually, it should be fold left, right?
I think they have that differentiation in the lists module. Let me check. Is Magetta alive?
I am. I
Is
guess.
everything going okay over there?
Yeah.
Fold
Yeah,
L.
Yeah.
fold L.
Yeah, not speaking too much today, Magetta.
I'm reading, man.
Oh, okay. Fold, there it is. And the order is element and then accumulator. We probably should do an mSetEmpty function, because we are kind of assuming that the underlying data structure is a map. But by keeping the interface clean, we can change this later if we so desire. Yeah, maybe we're gonna do what? It's gonna be very. We want performant Mahjong, and then we're gonna need to do FFI with C. Imagine that.
Actually, I need to export all of these, right?
Yep.
Let's actually do it like this.
I believe it's Japanese, like FPS Mahjong.
Like first person mahjong. How would that look like?
Are you reading about to write the paper, Magat?
That's just a CJ date book. Actually,
No.
I wanted to finish.
Sure. Don't forget the arrows.
This is two. Actually, yeah, no, this is two. This is two.
True, true,
This
zero.
is
True,
also
true, zero.
two. Yeah, those are all two, and this is zero.
Pretty nice. Now we can go back to this. Yep. And then we're gonna do the lambda now. That's not gonna
Yes.
work. You need to import and do the alias for the collections. Copy from the actions that LFA probably. There we go. Tiles, 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 tiles. Boom.
Okay, so we're making all the things.
The shuffling also gonna have to change. Okay.
We don't. Uh, actually, that is a problem. We actually we don't want to change the initial wall at all, to be honest.
No, that's what I asked before. Are we gonna convert the wall being the data structure as it is, and then we're gonna convert that only for the check for the winning conditions, or are we gonna keep the same data structure throughout the entire game state?
No, no, no. The wall can stay as it is. Just the hands need to be different. Like,
Ah, that's true actually. So let's go to I think game.lfa.
yeah. So first of all, we probably don't need this actually.
We kind of I think we do because we need to remove things from the wall, right?
Mm. Split hand.
Yeah, this is being called 4 times. Yeah, line 26.
Yeah.
So you're splitting the wall twice. So we shuffle the wall, then we make that into a tuple for whatever reason. Oh, it's because
It's because
we want to put that into times later. Okay.
list map initial player one. This takes a hand, which is actually a hand. Yeah, no, we can just do.
Yeah, you can just put a function line 10, do a function call in there, and that's the transformation that picks a hand and changes
Um,
it back to not back, but yeah, the fold you live in here. Okay.
um,
This let's make this the folding function separately because I think it's gonna be pretty big lambda, right?
no, it won't. It just takes
The lamb and accumulator.
the tile and the hand, and it does call mset add the um
That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
no lemos. Unfortunate it is.
Can we just swap the order of those things and then like remove the lambda entirely?
We could actually.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to flip the mset add function.
Hmm. But they all take the mset as well.
Do we
These
have
two take the
flip in
mset.
Erlang? Flip,
Probably not.
flip. Uh, Yep, they don't have a flip. That lambda is a little bit gross, but okay.
But this should work now.
Well, let's run
Uh,
it. This is ready to go.
the problem, though, is we need to update the actions to take that into account.
Yeah, just go to the actions.lfa and change the implementation. Yeah, so 24.
Current hand, getting current hand.
It's line 26. Ooh, update in doesn't work with multi-sets. Because, yeah, that's a little annoying, but okay. Well, change this to m set remove, right?
Hmm.
Ooh, line 27 will also break.
But this is not the index. This actually needs to be tile.
That no, the semantics of that is completely different because that means that the frontend needs to inform us the tile that was chosen to be removed instead of the position.
Well, yes.
But that means the line 28 doesn't make sense anymore.
Updating current pile.
That nth in the middle there.
No, we can just say tile here. But we need to check if we actually have that tile in our hand.
That's true.
Hmm. Before that, though, define mset count takes an mset and a value, and it just does. Actually, this goes here.
Pretty good.
Hmm.
Pretty nice. And then you pass the hand and the tile. And then you need to do an if outside of the let before establishing the if you're gonna go with the new state or if you're gonna go with the error.
Current pile mset remove hand tile. Let's put an if here actually. If tile count.
No. The if should not be here because if this tile count is below 1, we should error. We should not return the same game state.
That is actually true. That is actually true. But handler, what's the interface that we expect? We expect to receive something, right?
Yeah, we're expecting to receive the state, but this should be an error. It's literally an if on 29. Yep.
If the tile count is less than 1,
Then we throw an error, game error, PID.
game error, PID, and we have to say. Actually, it's just cannot discard from your hand, anyways, right?
No, That those are two separate errors. The first error is about you being the one allowed to discard. The second one is about discarding a particular tile.
Like this, right?
Yep. Probably the draw. You also need to change the draw.
Game error goes back to the loop afterwards, right?
Uh, Maybe. I'm not sure. Go to game.lfa. Error. Yep. It just goes to state again. To play. Well, the draw is also wrong, right?
Hmm. The draw is also wrong. That is true.
55.
Getting state current
Yeah, this
hand.
should be an M set add. Yeah, there. And we also update the wall removing the piece because the wall is still a list. That's
Yeah, this is
perfect.
being done right here.
Yep, that's perfect. Okay, there is a to do here though. If the wall is empty, this should fail.
This already fails because of this.
But that's not that won't fail gracefully. So I don't know.
Actually, if the wall is empty, um,
We should not allow you to draw at all.
no, if the wall is empty, the game is over, no?
Nugget?
If always wait, what is empty?
If there are no
If
pieces
somehow,
to draw anymore.
yeah,
Then it's draw.
Okay.
the game is a draw. Yeah, the game is over in that case.
Yeah. Sure. Let's run this. Let's see if it works.
Uh, init. Oops. Restart. If I can type.
Ooh. So something is very wrong about that.
Mset
M set
empty. I
empty.
think I forgot. This is in game. This is in collections. Oh, because we don't have the alias here.
Okay.
Um,
I already forgot how to do the alias. So I can't help you, bud. Man, we need to put RL wrap into this thing.
mm,
Okay. Fold L is the one failing now.
undefined. Oh, it's actually lists in plural.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Okay,
Nice.
that works.
Go to the browser. 40 on this. It didn't break. Okay. We made it. So now the hand is a multi-set instead of being a list. Man, if the combinations need to be of the same kind, this game is hard as fuck to win. That's why they have so many winning conditions.
Well, yes, I guess.
Okay, so now that we have the hands, there's multi-sets. We can actually
This is
do
just the
the
tip of the iceberg, by the way.
what?
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, let's implement the function for to finish today, Marinho.
uh,
Checking for like I'm okay with you do check for the 7 pairs today, like because it's already
well,
over
that's
2 hours.
actually Well, that's actually trivial. The MStat needs to have
7 choose.
no, it needs to have no more than 7 keys,
Yes.
and each of those keys must be either 2 or 4.
Oh, you can have pairs of the same thing. Mageta?
Say that again. Two
Can I
pairs of
have four, like, having four fours counts as having 2 pairs?
four fours.
Yeah, I have 4 tiles. All of them are fours, and all of them are of the same bamboo or whatever. Does that count as 2 pairs?
It doesn't matter. It's just if you can separate in pairs of repeated things, yes. So,
Oh,
by the way, you only have four, right, of the same kind. So, like for one bamboo, for example. So,
yep.
yeah, if you have all of them, those are
2
Let's make the
pairs.
function. Let's make the function. Pretty easy, as my Marinho already spoiled.
Define all pairs question mark. Takes a
And
hand.
are we gonna fold?
Uh,
Are we gonna fold over it?
I mean, we can. Um,
It's just
get, find, filter.
yeah, it's just maps. Maps fold.
Maps, fold.
Oh, they have just fold. It's not fold L or fold because it's well a map. So the
And we
order
need
is key value accumulator.
key values. Actually, do we have a short circuiting version of that? Where is this? Maps.
It doesn't tell me if it's short circuit.
Mm, filter map.
No, it's definitely a
Find,
fold.
fold. For each, from keys. Intersect with. There isn't, I don't think. Take, update with. Yeah, there isn't. Well, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I think we need to do first the if. So if maps size equals to 7, then we proceed to the fold. Otherwise, it's false already, right?
Um, actually, can we just say count pairs instead?
Well, we're gonna be using this later for the other winning conditions. So sure.
Takes a key, takes a map. No, that's fine. This is fold. Init. Key value and accumulator. So this is the tile. This is the count, and this is the ACK. Um, plus ACK. Do we have a mod in Erlang?
look inside Erlang, the module.
That's a
There's a
floating
math.
point.
Look in their Erlang. There's probably one there.
No,
Code
it's
Uh,
called
data
it's called
structure.
I think RAM.
Rem.
Yeah, it's
What?
Remainder.
remainder.
Oh, remainder.
I think. I think it's called that. You can check in the repo.
Um, yeah, that's what we want actually. The remainder of the the remainder of We are adding the accumulator to the remainder of the count of 2.
No, but if you have 4, the remainder of 4 divided by 2 is going to be 0, right?
Oh, that's true. We actually want a division here, actually.
Yeah, so I think we... Do you have div? Can you check in the repo? Yeah, but this is... I really want
We
the
need...
integer division in here to be safe.
There is div, actually.
Okay, so div it is.
Good.
Okay, so these will give us how many pairs you have in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we just check if you have 7, and that's the all pairs function name.
Uh,
Equals 7, count pairs.
it's equals. Okay. There we go.
Really nice. Okay, do you have the energy to do the other one, which is the hardest
I
one?
don't. I really don't.
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
Let's just make sure that this still restarts, so we don't have any...
Ooh,
Oh, the functions are unused. That's actually fine. We just need to say
all pairs.
export all pairs
No. You
1.
don't, Leon, you don't need to export. It's already on line 2. Yeah. No, I don't. You need to put the count pairs because it's already being used by all pairs.
That's fair.
Let's go. Well, actually, no, that's not go because you need to call this somewhere.
I mean, I can just do this, right?
You don't have access to the state inside the repo.
No, look, I can just say all pairs question mark. And the funny thing is, this is so generic that actually we don't need the tiles here.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, sure.
3, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4. This should return. Um, Actually, that should be a bunch of 2s because we have 7 different and we have 2 of each. This should be true.
You need to put game column.
We need to put game colon, and that's
Damn.
false apparently.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it not equals? Can you check in the repo equals? No.
No, that
So the
works.
count pairs function must be wrong. Interesting.
Let's actually export count pairs. Let's init restart. And let's actually copy this. But this should be count pairs. And that's 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I skipped 4, that's why. And all pairs should trivially work now. Because, well, it's just equality to 7.
Yo. Yo. Scheisse works. Damn.
Um, Refact, well, change hand data structure and add first reach condition. And that's a git push.
I'm gonna
And
finish
I'm
the record
gonna,
now.
yeah, bye future people.